Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ashim. This video is covering 3 workouts. The first one was supposed to be deadlifts, but it ended up being an extra workout with just a hypertrophy day. The second one is another hypertrophy day, and the third one is my bench press workout. So I'll just get right to it. The first workout, as I mentioned, was supposed to be my deadlift day, pulling against bands, but things came up and I had to push this workout back, so I did a good hypertrophy type workout instead. Just for the record, deadlifts got skipped altogether and they're not there in this video at all. I did not do this workout last week at all because they just kept getting postponed. The moral of the story for me is to jump on any chance that I get to train heavy and not wait for the perfect day to come around. I know this is fairly obvious, but we make mistakes sometimes. Moving on. You know, I've been watching Rich Piana's recent videos and the that I use right now should have given this away because Rich keeps using this phrase, it's way too often. Anyway, I've been watching his videos on this new bulking phase he's on, and his videos are very entertaining. I've never done steroids, and I'm not going to do them right now, but I'll probably dabble in the stuff when I'm in my 40s or so, if everything goes well. I don't know what the legal procedure for this stuff is in India, but I'm hoping that if I ever decide to push the boundaries through pharmaceutical enhancements, I can discuss and chronicle my journey as openly and honestly as Rich Piana. Anyway, this has gone on for too long. My original point was that switching workouts up isn't such a bad thing because Rich believes that you need to keep your body guessing and confused. I know I sound like I'm being facetious, but it's because I'm laughing at the irony of referencing something a bodybuilder would say. The truth is that Rich is right on this matter. Anyway, alright. I think my go-to phrase is going to be anyway. Rich is going to be saying, you know. Alright, let's talk about this workout. You guys know how I absolutely love doing supersets and giant sets. I love these bodybuilding, intensity building techniques, including drop sets, time sets, anything to keep hitting the muscle from various angles with various weights and for as long as possible. You know, getting the time under tension TUT in. Heck, I've rotated the same exercise in a giant set by just making tiny alterations to the technique, and you're going to see that coming up later. Deloaded barbell rows, prone grip pull-ups, regular barbell rows, hammer grip pull-ups, underhand barbell rows, supine grip pull-ups. That's 6 big exercises right there, and they're basically the same thing, just done switched up with technique-wise for every exercise. So given that I was pressed for time in this workout, they're just 2 big supersets, and they're sandwiching a heavy bout of front squats. I started off with back exercises, doing 3 supersets of regular barbell rows, bodyweight pull-ups, and low to high band rows. I got a total volume of 90 reps on these. Knowing that the next day I had deadlifts, I kept the weight on front squats at an even 125 kilos. Plus my right shoulder has been troubling me a lot recently, and there's a bit of pain that's developed, which is normal, but it's still annoying. Additionally, I feel like I need to own 275 pounds or 125 kilos like I used to when I was front squatting regularly. I've already managed to turn some shaky singles from last cycle to proper doubles this cycle, so I stuck with 125 kilos, hoping to nail triples again sometime soon. The last superset was shoulders to alleviate the pain. I did overhead presses with 75 kilos, which I'm really happy with because I haven't attempted any heavy overhead work in a long time. I was sad to only get 5 reps with 20 kilos on unilateral overhead presses, but they helped my shoulders so much that I can deal with this. Facepulls rounded off the whole good feeling thing. And I love Facepulls because I always get that click at the end that I hear when I'm doing them correctly, and if my shoulder's been in pain, that click signifies to me that my shoulder is back in the way it's supposed to be. It's not popping out of its girdle anymore. The next day was supposed to be a deadlift day, but it just did not happen, and like I said, it just never ended up happening this cycle. So instead today I did a circuit session for back and then some heavy front squats. I decided to pair rows and pull-ups using various varied grips and techniques for each, which I mentioned earlier. Deloaded regular and supine grip rows were put up against prone grip, supine grip and hammer grip pull-ups. That's 6 exercises done in a circuit or a giant set manner with hardly any rest in between. I got 90 reps in total and it was great. Front squats were challenging. I know that after deadlifts, that I'm hoping will happen I was hoping would happen the next day. Of course, it did not happen. I know that front squats after deadlifts is really difficult, and at the same time, I want to put in more than just one rep with 140 kilos or 309 pounds. This rotation, and also at the time, doing too much squatting can impair deadlifts the next day. I found a solution by keeping the intensity really high and lowering the volume to 6 reps in total. This worked out well in the sense that there wasn't much fatigue that I was working with. But again, if I'd done deadlifts the next day, I would have been good to go. The last workout in this video is actually the beginning of a new training rotation and also a new mesocycle 87 to be precise. I managed to progress on the bench press using Eric Troy's STT progression by adding reps and weight. So that's double progression. I'm happy to say I took 85 kilos for 3 sets of 8 very smoothly. And to think at the beginning of this cycle I was using 75 kilos for 3 sets of 4 or something like that. So I've come a long way already. So 85 kilos for 3 sets of 8, very controlled, very smooth. And next week I will probably go to 9 reps and hopefully build up to 12 reps, because that would be just insane. I added a set at the end with 95 kilos. The last 3 sets with 90, 92.5 and 95 kilos have paused reps for each and every rep that's in these sets. I increased the weight on the speed bench against bands, going to 66% of my 1 rep max of 102.5 kilos. GM presses, same as last week, I didn't want to bump it up much. This rotation has me doing back squats. So I warmed up to 135 kilos and then worked through 135, 145, 155 and 165 kilos. Excuse me for my dog barking. He's excited right now. I then dropped the weight down to 145 kilos and I did 2 reps, both being paused reps. I think my rep with 165 kilos is probably not going to be considered paused, but I'm very happy because I really buried it. And I have not bounced out of the hole on any of the reps, on any of the sets. I'm really controlling the weight. I finished the workout with grip training using rolling thunder for intensity and then some rope pull-ups. Lastly, I did some bodybuilder style forearm work with behind the back wrist curls and reverse wrist curls, supersetted, just to get that insane pump. This is fun stuff. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. I really appreciate your love and support. Thank you.